We're not here to fornicate with spiders.
Hey, we're live. Hey, everybody.
G'day.
Welcome to the Musty Wargamers show, minus half the Musty Wargamers, because Palmer is in the middle of a meeting right now, so he will possibly join us later on when he's... What's that?
I'm pretty musty as it is. I think I'm older than Palmer. Just.
All right, we have Nick on here tonight. It's the Human Technical Readout. That's his channel. Another fellow Battletech member. And we do have a few people in tonight. We got Clark and Dave. Was it Dave? I think it's in here somewhere. And let's see. Set up the hobby area in the basement. The floor is slightly uneven, so round things have a tendency to roll. Well, you know, if it leans to one direction, you know you're going to have everything roll to one side of the basement, right? Unless that's where the drain is, and you don't want that. Oh, you're painting. I didn't know you did Dystopian Wars. Is that the new Dystopian Wars stuff that you're working on, Clark? All right. Go ahead and introduce yourself there, Nick.
Hi, I'm Human Technical Reader. I'm a brand new channel to Battletech. I've been hanging around Musty Wargamers because Rusty does a lot of Battletech, and I kind of invited myself along to this one. I've been playing. I've been wargaming 9. I'm slightly younger than Rusty, older than Palmer. You can tell I'm around here. I'm in Perth, Australia, the land of COVID, and I like it to say it that way. What else? Been playing Battletech on and off for the last odd years. Been playing 40k, Unity, Malifaux, Fantasy Battle. Very large, fair few Hammer armies. Battletech collection, which is getting bigger and bigger thanks to the new plastics. And I'm here to have fun and be a smart ass know-it-all about Battletech, because I've been living and breathing and dreaming about Battletech for the last 30 years. I think that's about it.
So you've been
Unless people have got questions.
You've been around Battletech for about 30 years, you said?
Yeah. I was introduced to Battletech in my year 10. Yeah, 89. And he was a massive arsehole, but I still play Battletech and I don't talk to him. So, I think I got the best deal out of that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's like I started back in about the time it came out. It's been around it a long time. Been a non-stop favorite of mine. Let's see. Clark said, "Unfortunately, not towards the. Oh, fortunately, not towards the drain." And yes, it is the new Empire stuff. I have the new Ningjing. Okay, the additional frigates reinforcement, saving it for a couple new boxes of flying dragon thing. I have to get around to painting my old dystopian Chinese forces. I still got like 3 boxes that I got to work on. Models are fairly good. Don't have any of the old stuff, and nothing towards compare it. Well, when you want to talk about the new stuff, this is the stuff that I got that War Cradle sent me to do reviews and stuff.
Oh, okay.
For the Dystopian Wars. I got the Empire. Their little sample stuff there.
Oh, the dream to be a YouTuber that gets sent stuff. The dream there, mate.
It happened once in a while. It's not very often. Most of the time when I get free
Crap.
stuff, it's because I won a contest and they send me something.
Like win second prize in a beauty contest like Monopoly?
Yes, pretty much. Well, let's just say,
And
what are you working on tonight? What's your project you'll be working on?
Well, I am putting hex bases from Death Row Designs onto Iliada Games 6mm stuff, so I can put them on hexes on my Battletech, and then I'll paint them and base them, and I've got some they're really super cheap from Turkey. He's a nice bloke, and as soon as he found out I was from Australia, because I don't know if you know about history, like Turkey and Australia had a bit of a do in the First World War, Gallipoli, but we've made up since then, and basically he was totally excited to tell me that he lives right across the way from where we killed a lot of each other over 100 years ago now.
Yeah, they were pretty much throwing rocks in your head.
They were doing a lot more than rocks.
Yeah.
No, they were doing 7.92 millimeters plus mortars plus RT plus all sorts of crap. I'm also not ex-military, but I do know the.
Yeah, that position was unattainable. It's like when they have the high ground, you just don't do very well.
I think if they had a proper planning session, or like a proper actually knew what they were doing, and like actually landed where they were supposed to, we probably could have won. That said, not even close. Not to mention complete lack of cooperation between the Army and the Navy, particularly like the Royal Navy and the Anzacs. Just it was just tits up, the whole thing. And they totally deserved the win that they got, because they held on despite all the heroics and all the Victoria Crosses that we won. We still didn't take it. Lots of heroics on both sides, but yeah, it is mainly the cock up due to the British fight their way out of a wet paper bag, pretty much.
Yeah, I hear sirens on your end,
but that's just my layman's interpretation.
Yeah. Well,
as I
it's
said,
like when you look at the whole war, there wasn't a lot of good planning going on.
You picked that up, yeah. And both.
Screen is black. Whose screen is black?
No. Like, basically, they didn't learn the lessons from the American Civil War and just kept going.
Yeah. I know.
Until we were like Monash, who was Australian. I can see paint. Sorry, who is Mr. Freeze?
That's me. That's my hands.
Oh, that's tricky.
Yeah, I got.
I thought we had a third person. I was wondering why he was on mute.
Yeah, that's me. That's my hands.
I was so busy talking about. No, I was so busy talking about Gallipoli, I wasn't paying attention to what I was gluing. So I'll do it again.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I got really irked the other night. I was, where's he at? This dragon right here. Hold him up right here. It took me 2 hours to glue this metal dragon together. Coming in a billion different pieces.
It's a
Dragon 2.
It's a 3150 dragon.
Yeah,
the one with the RS4 on it. I'm not I'm not like most of my technical readout knowledge is like rereading the 3025 and the 3050 books way back when. But I'm like, and I had a break. Got back in Battletech in a big way when my former flatmate, who now lives across the road, because he just liked the area, so he moved down to my place and bought a house next to him. Bought a house literally across the road. He said, "Oh, you heard of the game called Battletech?" I went, "Yeah, maybe." And we started the ComSci campaign, like out in the periphery before the clan invasion. We're still going. I'll be doing some battle reports on that at some point. That's better. They all line up, sort of. There we go. All pump.
Yeah, that's
big thing.
Yeah, we're current. If you've been watching the videos that we've been putting out, it's like we're in the fourth succession war right now.
Yeah. I am jealous. I'd love to play in your game. Have you ever thought of like actually, I can't show it here, but like I've got it looks like you take it from your camera, like your phone, the video for it. Yeah. And you like stop when you have to start rolling stuff. Have you thought about like having a stand, like there's all sorts of vlogging and selfie sticks and all that kind of stuff that you can stick on the table and record while you're going. Because I go, ooh, battle report, and then like I don't see all the crunchy bits, like all the rolls and all that kind of stuff, and I'd really like to see it. Of course, it's a lot easier the way that you do it. I told that. But yeah, I go, ooh, I want to see the rolls. I want to see what happened. I want to see the explosions. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it. It's like many times where if we had a set up a dedicated system, I have a computer that we had the stream camera going, and a couple different cameras set up so we could stream the many different aspects of it. So you could have the one doing the dice rolls, and the other one showing the table being played on. And the games that we have, where I go elsewhere, it's like at my brother's house is where we play one of the other campaigns. So we got I play two campaigns. Currently, the one campaign is in 3067 at the moment, and the one we have now here at the house is 3025.
Before or after November? Before or after November? 3067, like before the jihad kicks off, or after?
Just before.
Yeah, that's another era I'd like to play.
The jihad
is like a jihad. Yeah.
Yeah, we played a lot of the games that were used to set up the fluff for the jihad. All that back, before they started writing it all. We did a lot of the campaign games for that.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, they even invited us over to.
Is like the games that you put out. I must be really lagging because I can hear me.
Yeah, occasionally you lag a little bit.
Well, that's the Australian. One political party promised to put in fiber optic everywhere, and then the one went, no, we're the great economic managers. We can do it in copper, and so we're now below not impressed. For the people who don't know, Moldavia is a former socialist Soviet republic. Sorry, I'm a little bitter.
Yeah, it's like we were, well, up until a couple seasons ago. If you will go back and watch some of our early ones, I was laggy real bad because it's one of the reasons they call it Mr. Freeze is my hands, because that's sometimes I'd have to get on the phone and use my cellular to do a live stream, because that was how bad the internet was here, because it was basically a step above dial-up, because we were still using the old copper lines and all that fun stuff from the phone lines. And then they got our MediaCom, which is our TV provider, started doing internet, so we were able to get a little better.
Number 2. Yeah, these are only like $2 US. Yeah, they are 6mm oil wells, $2 each from Iliada Games.
Okay.
I can drop a link at some point into the Facebook group, because he's a good dude. He's got a bit of a hard time. He's had like back problems, but he makes amazing 6mm stuff. I just wish I could afford him more. I'm on the sick list, so I don't have a job. So that's why I've got time to hang out with you at 11 o'clock in the morning, my time.
Wow. I'm just retired.
Yeah, I know. I got to say, like, your Facebook, what do you call it? Your Facebook picture.
Yeah.
How old were you then? Because, I'm asking not because of how old you look, how young you look. It's the photograph itself, like because I'm a former film student, so I'm interested in like the film, and it's like really old. Well, it's a really old color. It's not 1940s, but it's probably 60s as my guess. You don't have to tell me. It's just fascinating to me as a student film.
My actual
you're in uniform with a red.
Oh yeah, that was.
I think it's a red head.
1994. That was July 1994.
Are you? That's 94. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I honestly thought it was 60 something, 1960s, from the grain of the camera.
Yeah, that was your basic
old
film camera.
Like,
little instant cameras that they had back then.
Oh, instant camera. Okay, yeah.
It belonged to my my father-in-law. Took the picture. That was I graduated from officer candidate school that day. That's when I got commissioned.
Your Mustang?
Yeah.
Because by my guess, okay. Cool. Do I remember you were a tanker or armored cav?
Armored cav. I was artillery, and then went armored cav. After that.
Cool. The second Ed McWarrick campaign I'm in, we've actually got a former Australian Army artillery guy, and he's hilarious. He's playing a pirate who's gone good technically, but the suggestions he makes, they're not good. I'm pretty sure we'd get hung up by the balls under the Areas Convention kind of suggestions. But we've definitely kicked the crap through Clan Bin Chicken. And we're now apparently going to either kick the shit through Snake J. Yeah, no, it must be Snake JU because it's Turtle Bay. We're heading to Turtle Bay after the prince got rescued. So we're rescuing someone else. But someone with Comstar is greasing this mission along. So because like they're using quickly. You like so you can double jump.
Okay.
And like we've never seen double jump before, and we're going, what's going on? Why are we going so fast? I don't understand.
We're hauling.
Because we're playing a Merc unit in the year 3050.
Yeah,
And,
before all the good fun tech suddenly shows up.
Fortunately, when we first counted, fortunately we had regulars. Oh, we rescued the guy from the Swords of Regulars just in time to face the Jade Falcons, so he helped us out with bidding and stuff. He almost died from rescuing a bobblehead of Stefan Amaris. That's how we found him. He was like is 1% away from dying in a cold, dead cockpit. And the reason why he was out there is because he found a Stefan Amaris bobblehead. Bloody Snorts Irregulars. They're weird.
Oh, yeah.
What am I doing?
They're sort of related to the Wolf Dragons. Let's see.
Well, yeah. Cranston went with the Wolf Dragoons initially, but he and Jamie went, yeah, you're probably not a proper Wolf Dragoon, so like you can be like an extra set of spy things and do your own thing. And then he won his archer in a poker game or something, and the legend went on from there.
Yeah, I think it was a poker game. He won a lance or something like that. So a ready mix unit.
Yeah.
Let's see. I wish I had more time to hobby work full time as an engineer, taking classes to become a strength training coach. House projects, new baby. At some point, I need to get my car running again.
At some
It's
point,
like
you
got
need
a
to
lot
slow
on
down.
Yeah, it's like you got a lot of stuff on the dinner plate there that's going to drive you crazy.
Yeah.
Volkswagen GT thrown on a bearing. Oh, yeah, and the transmission is dead.
Ouch.
So, yeah, you're not going anywhere with that.
Yeah.
It's like it's just at the point now where you just go find a donor transmission from the junkyard and get it replaced. At least that's been my experience.
Bollocks. Just had a super cool explosion.
Super good. All over the place.
Oh, all over
Like
where I didn't want it.
Uh,
On the hex space. So it's not
That's
bad,
never
but it's
good.
not good either. And that just stuck well too fast. But I do love
Hello,
these
Brad.
acrylic. Hi, Brad. I've never actually talked to you, but like you've liked my post, so I recognize you. All right, will this go? Actually, yeah, we'll just do the whole next thing.
It's like anybody here that's not from Canada?
Not from what? Say
Not
again?
from Canada. It's like we got it's almost the Canadian show. Everybody.
I am not a bloody Canuck.
Well,
I'm an Aussie.
obviously, you're on the show.
Oh, right. Sorry. My bad.
And it's like in the chat room. It's like almost, I think everybody's from Canada.
Well, I've been watching the Calgary Battletech League, and it looks amazing. I've got to say.
The Calgary?
Yeah. There's a Facebook page for it. There's a YouTube channel for it, and basically they're doing lance on lance, kind of like Solaris tournament matches. They got rules for it, which I think they can probably cut down. I'm going to look at it and run something similar here in Perth. But yeah, but there's all sorts of like special rules. You can upgrade your lance, so you can get clan tech, like have like black market and get clan tech and all that kind of stuff. Looked really cool.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been super impressed. And basically, I was going to had Palmer been on here. I said, hey, you should go up to Calgary, but apparently there's 2.5 hours away from him or something.
Yeah, it's a bit of different distance there. Oh, Clark, you're in Wisconsin. Okay.
Because if he likes Infinity,
close.
he should like hell, I don't. It's in America. I don't know where Wisconsin is.
It's our next door neighbor. Let's see. It'd be to the northeast of me.
You're in Iowa, right?
Part of West.
I think you said.
Yeah, I'm in Iowa. Yep. My parents are about 10 minutes away from Wisconsin border. So, and they live about 4 hours. A little over 4 hours.
That's where Captain Kirk came from. That's all I got.
Riverside, Iowa. I grew up about 20, 30 minutes away from Riverside. Or not grew up. Ended up moving. When I moved to Iowa, it was about that far away.
Someone tingled me. Actually, look at something else while. Well, I think I technically can. Oh, good. I don't have to go all the way. Like, I don't have to spend 2.5 hours afternoon to go teach someone to paint mechs. So that's good. They cancelled. Means I can do more hobby. Yeah. Well, my own hobby rather than teaching someone else how to paint mechs or models in general. Maybe I'll even do some undercutting of these little fine gentlemen. In my Battletech role-playing group, somebody was gifted well, I'm not sure how much, but it's a lot of a Kickstarter pledge.
Wow.
And so she wants to know how to paint. And I went, I've painted for a while. I've only been painting 30 odd years. Badly, but I have been painting. So you do pick up a few things. Especially watching those the guys who do the Infinity paint jobs. They are disgustingly good. There we go. Next.
I gotta say is that a poorly painted mech is better than a no painted mech.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. Well, I haven't touched this in a while. Bendy. I think I might have chopped. That doesn't look very good, does it?
I had a friend of mine was talking with me tonight that's local with me. And he just bought his first
Dead
Battletech
smack in the middle
tonight.
Woohoo! Go first Battletech miniature buyer. Woohoo! Oh, they are so hard to get. Like the new plastics. Stop. It's hilarious and funny and scary at the same time because everybody wants to play Battletech, and no one can get them because even Catalyst can't keep up.
Yeah,
which is good and bad at the same time. Good because people buy. Anyway, sorry. Tell your story. I get interrupted. My bad.
He was at Barnes and Noble, and they had it. Barnes and Noble had the shelves with just stock full of stuff. So he bought the starter boxes and the Wolf's Dragoon box.
Well, yeah, I've got because unlike the rest of the world, unlike poor England, can't get Barnes & Noble shipping there. We can get Barnes & Noble shipping here, which is ironic because like at the moment, United States Postal Service does not ship to Australia. So I can't order from Catalyst. I can't order from Fortress Games. I can't order from Ares Games and Miniatures. But I can order from Barnes & Noble. Oh,
they're probably like Amazon. Where they
got their own internal thing or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But like no one in Australia knows why like we can't get any shipping here. As you know, sorry, Fortress just told me today that last night, your today, that he will ship. He just won't use UPS or USPS, and it'll cost me a shit. An arm and a leg, because I don't think you guys swear on this channel, do you?
Well, it doesn't bother me too much, but you know.
Well, I like to, what do you call it?
Keep it
fit in,
clean, family friendly.
Yeah, well, if you keep it clean, then I need to keep it clean. I'm not usually a clean person in the mouth department, but I like to follow the example of like, if you're going to be all what we army, then I can follow that. Or if you're going to be clean, I can follow that too. I don't know how it was in the American army, but every soldier
it was only 2 words.
Come back with a foul mouth and a.
Let's just say in the
that you're not
US
supposed to
Army,
say on this channel, or 2 words in the army that.
There was only they spoke pretty much 2 words. One started with an S, one started with an F, and it was how you intoned those 2 different things implied a lot of language.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, it broke. I'm gonna have to bend this, or maybe even use hot water on it.
Was it plastic?
It's cardboard, but I think it was bent by open. No, it's card. I don't know if you can see that.
Kind of like MDF.
But it's all bent out of shape, and I think because card. It's really nice card, and it's super cheap. Like I can't sing his praises. Like all the bad stuff on here is me, but it's a really great material, and I can't sing his praises high enough.
Is it like plastic card?
I love the designs. It's heavy cardboard. It's thick. It's not even thick cardboard because like it's less than a mil. It's less than a mil thick, right? But it's not plastic card either. It's all cardboard and very hard. But it's been sitting in a box, probably with something else on top of it, and it's all bent. So I'm going to need to pry it. Work on it a bit.
A little bit of humidity.
Possibly even use some
steam it and then flatten it.
That's what I'm thinking. Or maybe just glue it and keep it straight, like pin it or something. But yeah, I love the designs. They're great. And I'm now regretting not getting back to these sooner, but I've got ADHD and I have so many projects on the go.
Yeah, it's like
that wasn't very useful either.
I'm gonna ask Clark here. Did you get any of the weather go your direction last night? Because yesterday we had 85 degrees Fahrenheit. I would say that would be
wow. I have a American fiance, so I can actually do the translation. Or I can guesstimate it because like 85 is getting pretty hot. Is as close as I got. It's not
for December.
What I'd call hot. Oh well, yeah, for December, yeah, absolutely.
It was like it started. We got up to 85 degrees.
Today.
And we had 85 degrees yesterday in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a front roll through. And at 7 o'clock at night, when the storm hit, it was down about 75 degrees. And by 8 o'clock, it was 35 degrees, slightly above 0 Celsius.
Yeah. No, again, I do know 35 or 37.0 for us. And I'll just use the FARK that because we're in a very mild, what we call mild climate, where I've never seen snow here in my hometown. I have seen snow in other parts of Australia. Don't like it. They can keep it. We can get down to 0, but we don't like it, and we kind of like turn into Eskimos, all rubbed up and stuff. Where's my hobby food?
Yeah, 65 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday and dropped to 40 overnight and had 70-mile winds. So yeah, about 90-mile-an-hour winds. And they said they had 155. And after the storm run through, we had 155,000 homes without power in the state. It was
that's a large amount of stock.
Yeah, it's like 4 blocks away they were without power. I looked out my window to the west and I was like, it's black. There's no lights over there, because I can see the state capitol building from my property, and it was not lit up. And I was like, oh, that's not good.
Well, that's going to be embarrassing for whoever's in charge. Or rather, it ought to be embarrassing for whoever's in charge.
$80,000 people without power throughout the night. Yeah, that's like us then. We had, I think, 21 tornadoes in the state.
When the Texans had that, last year with that massive storm.
Yeah.
Sure, tornadoes, but I just don't get them. I mean, we get maybe 1 or 2 cyclones a year that come down possibly close to us, but tornado every week or something, that's just weird. And amazing and scary.
Yeah, it was a exciting night. And it was at dark when all these tornadoes hit too. So it was
and very glad I don't live there.
Yeah, it's pretty typical. Yeah, it's not very often we.
Super glad my fiance is coming out here. Yeah, well, getting back to me, I got rained on this morning when I was out. That's super weird. Because it's summer here, and it's supposed to be like 100, 105 this time of year, and it's 60 odd. With clouds and stuff. So it's very strange. That's one of the reasons why I'm outside. It's nice and pleasant.
Oh, you're outside.
Right.
Outside.
Yeah, you get the green thing behind me is my front door. And you can see the trees to that way. No, that way.
That explains why I'm hearing birds.
Yeah, it's yes, yeah. I have a massive Banksia tree from the looks of it. At least that's what the flower looks like. I've got a massive Banksia tree, and the birds love it because it's full of the Banksia flowers are full of honey, and they love the honeys.
Not sure what kind of tree that is.
Okay, short version: native Australian. That's all you need to know.
Okay.
Pretty flowers, named after the first governor of New South Wales, but you don't need to know that, I don't think, unless you're fascinated by trees.
Well, I do bonsai trees.
That's cool. Aside from my Battletech hobby and general science fiction and fantasy hobbies, I do. I'm a bit of a Japanese type. I've forgotten the tech. Anyway, I like anime and don't mind the Japanese culture, so I would never. I don't have the patience to do bonsai, but I totally respect somebody who would. I don't want to kill a tree by neglect, so I don't do it. I find it fascinating, and I think it's cool. I just don't want to kill it deliberately, on purpose, or rather,
yeah, it's
accidentally.
It's like having. Let's just put it this way: having a tree is equivalent of having a young child. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yep. And that's why I'm waiting for you. That's why I'm waiting to have children with a partner, so we can. I don't stuff by myself. We can stuff it up together.
Yeah.
But she's not due over here till after she finishes her what do you call it? Double degree. She's studying at New York State, in upstate New York. So I am lonely until 2023, I think, at this point. I think it's people back in because we've got a hard border. Get some sort of virus or something, I hear.
Yeah,
That's
I
me
heard
being
that.
facetious, by the way. No worries. Just making sure. But yeah, like, but particularly my state is completely dead set against anybody dying if they can help it. So they've got a very hard lockdown. We haven't had a, what do you call it, community transmission in about almost a year now. Like anything, like they've come in and they've been stopped by the quarantine process. So we've been really super lucky. Our state equivalent of a governor is ex-Navy. So I'm super happy that he was in charge at the right time.
Yeah, we're on the opposite end of the spectrum where it's like laissez-faire. We never locked down. We never stopped anything. We just kept on going. It's like,
yeah, well,
life sucks.
as I said,
continue on.
I've got, yeah. Well, yeah, I've been watching America very closely because, as I said, I've got the fiance in the New York State, and yeah, I've been super concerned about her. But she's been 5G upgraded and got her vaccines, so yeah, booster. So that's good. I'm due for my booster in February. So yeah. Oh, I didn't put. This is gonna. Oh,
what do you do now?
Yeah. I was talking to you and not paying attention to where I was putting the hex space. So, doing the plan. And I figured out what I should have done was like line up the half hex with the right angle corner of the thing, and that would have made it straight. But no, I was being impatient. There we go. See, I can be clever sometimes when I think about it. Yeah, and you don't get to stick there. But they're going to look great when I base them properly. And I'm going to paint them. And I'm going to have super cool hexed scenery. Theoretically.
I'm going to say I was just up in Minnesota last Thursday night. Palmer
What were you
thought
doing in
about
Minnesota?
having the show last. Huh?
What were you doing up in Minnesota?
I went to a Minnesota Vikings football game, American football.
Ah, foosball.
Yeah. Went to the stadium with another 60,000 people.
Masked or not masked?
No one wore masks. It was just open to everybody. It's like they said, you could wear a mask if you want to, but I didn't see anybody wear a mask.
None of you knew?
Nah. I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
I've had it already, so it wasn't a big deal.
Fair enough.
It's like I had COVID and it was like having a mild case of the flu.
So you got lucky then.
My son had it and he was like, I got kind of an earache. And it's like, well, go check. He took the test. Oh, you got COVID. Oh, okay. That type of deal. It's like everybody I knew was, my one friend had it and he was like, kind of sick with it. And he lost his taste, smells with it. But
did he get it back?
Other than that, it's like everybody yeah, he got it back.
Yeah, because I have heard some people didn't get it back. All their smell or whatever
I got it.
they lost.
Yeah, I picked it up from my next door neighbors. They went on a cruise back in late January 2020. And they came back and they were kind of...
That's sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it got into Australia, the first
So
one, because like everyone gapped it. Sorry, everybody ignored it and yeah, it got in.
When I picked it up, it was people weren't even talking about it yet that I knew of.
Please tell me I'm not out of bases. I'm going to have to find some more bases. Wait, didn't I have some more in here? Oh, is that where that charger went? Lovely.
Finding stuff that you thought you lost.
Oh, it's a constant thing with HD. Like, oh, is that where it went? Is like a constant refrain. I know this because I have it. My brother had it. My father has it. So, yeah. I never met my grandfather because, I did, but I was like less than 1 year old before he died. So, but I do have some more bases. Ha ha ha. Because 200, I've pretty much gone through them all. Thanks to mechs and all sorts of things.
Well, are you using metal bases from Ironwind, or are you doing something else?
No, I'm using hex spaces from Death Row Designs. They're acrylic topped and wood on the bottom, so you can see them.
All right.
Like the wood, and the tops are acrylic.
Kind of like an MDF acrylic combo, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, MDF. We'll go with that one. Actually, I was meant to ask you, would you mention a Battletech game if I could set up everything here with like multiple cameras and all that kind of stuff? Because I think I can do it.
Like a live stream? And
once I can... Yeah, live stream. Hey, if you like, if you want a live stream, sure. We could do that. Yeah, or I was just thinking of like recording it and then we could both post it on our channels or something. But if you want to live stream it, then yeah, that's cool. If we do it, we can do it. Whatever's good. Point is to have fun, get some views, whatever. Mainly have fun.
Yeah.
Playing
people have been talking about doing Mega Mech.
Oh yeah, I've got Mega Mech. It's great. It's great for just one reason. It does all the bloody math for you. I love it. Though it doesn't have the it's a good substitute, particularly when we were locked down for COVID in 2020. It scratched the itch, but if I have a choice between Mega Mech and a live game, it doesn't compare at all. Totally want the live game. That looks so much better than I thought it was going to. That's amazeballs. I'm just being impressed with myself. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, I got a lot of. I'm lucky enough I get to play a lot of face-to-face Battletech myself.
Yeah, well, I've now got one a week. I've got one. There's a club that plays every week. That pretty much, if I say, "Hey, I'm going to run a Battletech game," I have all the boys come to the yard, as it were. My mech shakes being all the boys to the yard. Or there's other people who, when they're not running DBM or whatever, will play Battletech or run the Battletech. So basically, I've now got one game a week, which so good. And like as I said, with the plastics coming out, or like the Kickstarters, like Australia's finally got 99% of its pledges, because we got our bitch about the Kickstarter was that, like Catalyst said, that our crate got to Sydney before everybody else's, right? And then we're the last people getting their Kickstarter. Nothing to do with Catalyst. It was the fulfillment center that does pretty much all the fulfillment for every Kickstarter ever in Australia. And they didn't prioritize it. And it looks like they were lying to Catalyst. And it just sat there. Definitely looks like they lied to it. And Catalyst has said, yeah, we're going to be having a long... the guys who hired the guys that did it for us. And I don't think don't think it's going to ever... They're never going to get their business ever again. But interesting enough, I was watching Death from Above do an interview with the art designer for the new mechs and stuff like that, and he basically confirmed there's going to be a wave 3, wave 4, wave 5 with mechs and vehicles and all that and all the other jazz. So that's going to be exciting. Super looking forward to that.
Yeah, I almost didn't do the Kickstarter because I looked at it and go, I already got all these mechs. I don't need any more. So I got like 500 mechs. You know, it's like.
Oh yeah, like I like one of the first videos I ever saw of yours was like you showing off your. I was going to say junk, but that was different meaning in America. Your stuff, yeah, it was very amazing. Wow, that must be like 2 or 3 years ago now. But yeah,
It's got to be probably at least.
Yeah.
And it's been added to since
2 or 3 since. Yeah, like it's been 2 or 3 years since people have seen your junk. Dear, bad me.
That has another meaning. Oh, let's do it. If you guys been watching what I've been up to here, let's see this here. Where's the camera at here?
Yes, show us what you've been doing.
Trying to get it to. It's like
it's a tank.
It's a Manicore tank.
Russian or
Battletech.
Manicore. They got a bent barrel, or is it just? It looks like no bent barrel. It looks like it's got a bent barrel, but maybe it's just I don't know. Doesn't quite look like a Manicore.
Yeah,
mind you, on a local Facebook thing, I was pointing out to someone that the Warhammer shouldn't have alpha like a Warhammer shouldn't be in an alpha galaxy. It should be in a Salami unit. And then I realized it was a Loki. I totally failed my recognition roll. That was embarrassing.
Vehicle recognition guy.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was a Warhammer. Like someone had painted up a Warhammer, but it was actually a Loki, like the Hellbringer. Because they really do look the same. And it was it wasn't an official one. It was a Hello, Joy of Wargaming. That's a cool name. I like it. Should I be able to see like people's comments or just when you pop them up?
That should be chat as it rolls. I put them up there because sometimes the chat doesn't show up when someone watches the show later. They may not see the chat, so I always put the comments up so they can at least see what's going on.
Well, if I finish basing my things, I'll start doing my 13th Wolf Guard, so you can see some painted minis from me as well. But I've been sitting on this for hell. I ordered these things from Iliad Games in would have been about May 2020. So I've been sitting on these for a year, and I'm finally putting the bases on them. So this is my priority for the moment.
Yeah, I've been really thinking about adding more.
Oh, really?
And more.
That's funny. More and more what?
Terrain to my collection.
Well, you've got some amazing looking terrain.
Well, I want to add more to it, but I need to paint what I have at the moment. Get it up to speed.
That sounds awfully familiar. That's why I haven't bought any more from Iliad Games, because I need to finish doing what I'm doing. But the ones that you showed off a couple of weeks ago, they looked amazing as well.
Oh yeah, the MDF
I was
buildings.
Impressed. Yeah, the MDF buildings from whoever it was.
I can't even remember. It was like $40, and I got a whole bunch of buildings. Like I'm thinking about adding even more so I could make a huge cityscape.
Yeah. Well, I'll pop a link up for Ali's. I think his name's Ali. Yeah, we'll go with Ali. If it's not, I apologize. But yeah, I'll pop a link up after the show to show off these amazing miniature. Yeah, he's also got tanks and stuff like that, and aerospace fighters and stuff like that. And they're super cheap. They're like $3 or $4 each. Of course, you got to put them together. But yeah, they're amazing. I love them.
Well, my goal
Also,
is to have a 4x8.
I'm not being paid by him. Just saying. 4x8 full of yeah. I do actually have
a complete 4x8 table.
Why did they not match? I used to do. I was about to have a heart attack that like I'm now getting to the point of like the end game of like the last bits, and I was having a bit of a panic that they didn't actually fit together, but I've actually done it quite well, and they do fit together. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. There we go. Almost fit.
Yeah, it's like who said I'm with you. It's like I didn't need it to need any more miniatures, but hey, it happened anyway. I always look at it this way. It's like my son plays with me. You know, it's my son plays Battletech with me, and it's like if I eventually go the way of the dodo. What's that?
Is he your only child?
No, I got a son and a daughter.
Like, cool.
Yeah, my daughter has no interest.
When you go to fight, it'll be looked after.
Yeah, it's like he'll collect it up and continue.
Shame.
He'll collect a pretty nice looking army. Let's just put it that way. Let's see.
Well, my fiance is getting a Clan Wolf T-shirt from Catalyst Game for Christmas.
Oh yeah,
because she likes wolves. Oh yeah, well she likes wolves because like I don't know how much you know about Infinity, but when we first started dating, we were doing an Infinity role-playing game. She wanted to play one of the half what are they called? The half wolf people from Ariadna.
Yeah.
No, well the ones that can fight the tags. The half wolf people that can fight the tags by themselves. Okay. They're scary. I'm blanking. I actually have the army, and I haven't touched Infinity since COVID happened, pretty much. Oh, is that a metal Novacat or night gear?
It's a night gear. Night gear.
Yep. I can never tell them apart, pretty much. Night gear and the Novacat. I mean, once I think about it, but it's not instinctual yet. All right. I think we've got a winner chicken dinner here. So do you watch any other channels other than mine?
Well, there's a...
Because I know I only know that... I know you've commented on my channel, so I know you've watched it at least once.
Yeah, there's a few that I've subscribed to, but I just time to watch everybody. And occasionally somebody will bring up, it's like, oh, you watch this channel? It's like, I've never heard of them. It's like, was it Black Pants or something like that? So, like somebody mentioned that in like
Pants Legend. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I've never heard of them.
He's even more knowledgeable than I am. He has it's over the top, even more so than me. And he does a very good contextual thing about everything he does. Like his 4 hours of the Amaris coup and stuff like that was just amazing. And he's got this super deep, raspy whiskey voice that everybody wants to be. I'm going to take the piss out of him at some point on my channel, because that's what Australians do. We take the piss out of people, particularly ourselves. But he's so popular that you got to have to take the piss out of him in a good, friendly way. Of course, you don't take the piss out of him badly, because that's just rude. He's great. I love him.
It's like when they mentioned the channel, and it's like I remember looking at the channel way back in the day, and they did a lot of stuff like with MechWarrior Online gameplay or something like that.
Yep.
And it's like that had no interest in me, so I just like, okay, just keep moving on, because occasionally I'll go search out stuff, and it's like if there's a mecha I want to find out a different opinion on and see what they're thinking, I'll go search stuff, and most of the time everything I find is all the MechWarrior Online stuff, and it's like, okay, that has zero interest in me. So
yeah, you've got to be very specific about your searches. I mean, your thoughts from the Mercenary Thoughts from the Sphere definitely helped me, encouraged me. Texts from the Black Planet Legion and your channel inspired me to start doing HCRO, along with my friend Alpha Strike, Adam from Alpha Strike, because he actually runs the local Battletech online shop called Alpha Strike. You three pretty much inspired me to start my own channel. So feel the love there.
Yeah.
Is it missing its SRM pack, or its SRM and LRM pack? No, I can see that now. I can see the one on the side.
It's all built in.
Shouldn't there be one on top?
Yeah. That's
there
right
be
on the side right here.
Yeah, but shouldn't there be a LRM 10 pack on top? That's what was confusing me, I think.
Oh, it's a Myrmidon, not a Manticore. It's a Myrmidon.
That would explain why there's only one. Yeah, okay, so they're Myrmidon. Yeah, okay. So it... Hey, Palmer! There we go.
Well, if you want to join the show, we're
didn't
here.
Look like a...
yeah, there's a difference between the Manticore and the Myrmidon. It's like...
Yeah. I wasn't going to argue with it, because like it's your vehicle, and I was going, I'm pretty sure it's not a thing, but I wasn't going to argue. So it turned out to be a Myrmidon. Crazy. But I wasn't going to tell that to people on camera, because that'd just be embarrassing.
Oh, it was
right.
It's an M tank.
Am I out of bloody things again? Oh, okay, I'll play that. Yeah, it's an M tank. No, I'm out of... I've got 2 left. And I have so many buildings to go. Well, why don't I do some small ones so I can use the 2 by themselves? How about that?
Well, Palmer is now in the house.
These aren't even in the... Haha. I can still say I have the most hair still. Not having hair. Do I want that one? I want the tiny one. Ooh. Yeah, I should have another tiny one somewhere.
Well, that's a lot of brightness.
Probably should not tell the fiancé my t-shirt. Yeah, Palmer, you need to backlight yourself a bit, mate. Otherwise, you're going to be all blind, shiny, and stuff.
All that glare off his skull.
Yeah, the guy from Fifth Element won't have to say, "Is this light?" At least he found it funny. Okay. At least I'm hoping that's what he was laughing. Oh, that goes on top of there. That would explain that.
Anna Karina. That's some heavy work. See you later, Clark.
Okay, you can hear me now, right?
We can hear you now.
Okay, I had my mic muted, so I'm talking
just
the whole
like
time.
the.
Where did Nick
Could
go?
have said something. I knew mute. We lost Nick.
But I thought I could still hear him. I don't know if that's the truth.
Lost connection or something.
Hello, Brad, Lord Draconum. I'm looking for the spot to write in, but I think because I'm not the host, I have to go into the YouTube channel to do that. So I'll just say hello live. I'm not really going to be able to paint tonight, Rusty. I just came in to have a drink and say hello and just chat with everybody and hang out a bit. I can potentially show what I've been working on, though.
We've been working on.
Well, I've just started, but I've kind of come up with my for my Beastmen.
Okay. Apparently people can hear me.
Yes.
Yep.
Great. Except the camera's not working. Well, I mean, you've seen me. You know what I look like. It's all good. Well, I don't know about Palmer. But
No, I saw you. I had my mic off, though. So I actually, I was talking before and nobody could hear me.
So you heard us making snide comments about your lighting situation.
Oh, actually, I was replying back that I've never have a shortage of ball jokes because I find them great to be great icebreakers, and so I actually, to be quite honest, I'm one of those guys that if you'd asked me if I wanted a full head of hair, like at this point in my life, like I wouldn't want it because I love getting up out of bed in the morning and not having to worry about anything. I shave my head myself. I don't go to a barber, and it looks good on me too. So I'm not afraid to say that either. And so yeah, no, I don't actually. As a matter of fact, I'm usually like the first person to make a ball joke when I'm like out somewhere and an icebreaker is needed. But yeah, like I was just saying that I'm not going to be able to paint tonight because I've had a bit of a long night, and I just came in to have a drink.
Yay!
But what I did do is I'm starting my Nurgle Beastmen of a particular Realm of Chaos pack from the olden days, and I'm really excited. This is just I just started with some of the skin. It's a dark green, but basically it's going to be lightened up, and I'm really looking forward to painting these guys up.
Oh yeah, they are old school.
Yeah, this guy is actually almost the poster child for.
Oh, you've got some coat de arms. That's cool.
Oh yeah. I use them a lot for my old school stuff, just because like there's a lot of
understandably
debate about lots of debate about how close they are to the original GW paints, or like not original, but like some of the earlier lines, and I like them. I use other stuff too, though, and but yeah, I'm really loving starting these guys.
Well, a friend of mine made a massive order of Cote d'Armes, and he bought me some bleached bone because I do, or at the time I did grey. Try again. Dark Angel, not Death. Try again. Dark Angel, first company, which is called Deathwing. God, it's been a while. And like I was never happy with the newer bone things from GW, and like that bleach bone was sexy, spot on. Same with Bestial Brown. Like I love the Cote d'Armes Bestial Brown and the bleach bone. Also,
that's the bone there that it's hard to see actually with the way I've got.
Did we just lose Rusty?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
just pop up.
I doubt it, but I'm full screen still. So he was showing. He put me as full screen when I was showing my models, but so I can't see if he's there. No, he's there. Still.
Okay, there we go. We're all back now.
Yeah, this is the. They just call it bone, 112 bone. It's like that browny white, kind of a light brown white. I bought a whole set of fantasy, so I actually have. I don't know what it is, like 50 something paints. Like, like I got the fantasy set. And I like it. Like, I mix it in. I'll use smile and nod. Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, do you have Lich Purple? I'll just smile and nod because I haven't looked at Cote d'Armes. I haven't looked at Cote d'Armes in probably 4 or 5 years now. Because that's how long since I've actually touched 40K.
Okay.
I
have Lich Purple?
Oh, wow.
I have he's got the original. I don't know which one Lich Purple is for.
Yeah, someone's showing off. And I reckon the paint out of those pots is much superior to what they're putting out now.
For sure.
Much better. But
so are you drinking a musty drink tonight? Or
you should appreciate this, Palmer. It's like we started this at 11 a.m. my time. I wasn't going to drink at 11 a.m. Not without a full
coffee without the Irish.
Well, no, what I was planning to do was I was going to go into town on my way to teach someone to paint later on, but they've cancelled. So I'm just going to have a steak and have a beer, and I'll hoist one for you guys at that point. Sound all right?
That sounds good. I was going to say you could have a coffee without the Irish.
Yeah,
that's probably good too. I've got a nice big Sapporo.
Actually, could probably do an Irish mocha.
Oh, Sapporo
right now. But or at least like I've got Bailey's and Milo. Actually, you guys don't have Milo. Powdered chocolatey drink that you stick in milk for an equivalent, because I know you guys have it, something like it, but I can't think of the
Nestle's
name of it.
Quick. There's Nestle's
Quick. So, but better. Yeah, but better. Okay, the Nestle's Quick here doesn't have a patch on Milo. I don't know about your Nestle Quick, but yeah, like it's got to be Milo or nothing. But yeah, and then I've got the milk. Ooh, no, I haven't had food. I haven't had enough food to start that. You really don't want me drunk on the channel. You really don't, because that's going to be messy or embarrassing for me. Which case, messy. I can't remember hex spaces. That's. I really wanted to finish this project. I'm guessing I have to order some more death. Oh, actually, no, I can't because they don't. No one posts to Australia anymore. What's that?
I picked these up. It's proxy models. That's who I.
Wow, my
goatee's
gone really grey. That's embarrassing.
Yeah, it's probably your connection's going down. You're in the low trough. Proxy models 30 mil bases. They're plastic. I picked them up here. I need to get a couple more packs.
What, the same size as the Battletech one?
Oh yeah, it's like here's some infantry that are on them. And so
well, now I've started the project
on they're not as tall.
Could have sworn there was two designs.
As the
could have sworn there was two designs. Well, unfortunately, now I've started the project on the death row ones. I'm going to have to finish them on death row, I think, just to make them look the same. But I know I've got some more. Some just know they should be. But there is no one in Tana that I have blown through 200 hex bases in the last year. Because most of my new mechs have been the plastics, which have their own hex bases.
Yeah.
But what you didn't see, Palmer, before was some 6mm Battletech that I've just put on hex bases.
Cool. Nice.
And we were talking about the Battletech League up in Calgary that you should check out at some point. So you can play some Battletech. But to make things even, I've been talking to Ray all night about Battletech, but I am actually wearing a Loop Guru Regiment T-shirt from Infinity.
Oh, cool!
You see the wolf down here. Yeah, I won it in a couple of years ago in Infinity tournament. The last Infinity tournament I went to.
Yeah,
because like about Infinity tournaments there, I don't know about tournaments here, but like they try and insist on getting you to the there's a group of starting Infinity tournaments at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I just do not do 8 o'clock in the morning for tournaments.
Yeah,
like 10 o'clock maybe my brain starts to work, but not 8 o'clock. And so also public transport's a problem at 8 o'clock or even a Sunday. Can be. So
and I don't function too well like you.
Some 6mm. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I'm not there to win. I'm just there to have fun. But yeah, it's kind of awkward. Like the first year I pulled was like the number one Infinity player in Australia. That was awkward. And he absolutely crushed me. Good fun. Yeah, 6mm also Palmer, 6mm bases, 6mm from Iliada Games. Games. Nice bloke from Turkey.
Nice.
Super excited to talk to an Australian because like he lives right across the road from Anzac Cove. You may know that we had a bit of a biffer with the Turks in the First World War around about there, but apparently we've all kissed and made up now. And yeah, he was super excited to talk to an Australian who knew about Anzac Cove. What else can I do? Because I don't have any more bases. Bollocks. Oh, well, looks like I'm going to have to paint. What a shame. Tragedy.
Sounds like a Bee Gees
Do I
song.
have water left? A Bee Gees song?
Tragedy.
Which one?
Tragedy. Bow, 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 bow. Yep, that's definitely a 70s song there.
Mm-hmm. I like me my Bee Gees.
I'm just going to smile and nod. Smile and nod. Like, my Bee Gees knowledge is not that good. Because I was born in the 70s. I didn't live in the 70s. Mostly.
I remember all of the 70s.
I just have horrible memories of desert boots. Well, as I said,
Well, at least
I'm slightly older than Palm. I think I'm slightly older than Palm. Definitely younger than you. So I'm definitely in the musty Wargamers A.
you're in that category.
I do think part of it is age. I think it's much easier when you're within a certain age range, but I would say to some degree it's panache, no matter what age you are.
Mr. Palmer, are you talking about panache?
I don't expect you to live.
Mr. Palmer, I only expect
you to die.
Yeah. Thank you, Brad, for pointing out my mute because I didn't actually quite get that until I couldn't quite figure out what was going on. I thought I hit to unmute when I came in, but for some reason I was still muted. Hello, Chris. Welcome back to Games.
Or did you hit the mute?
You may have hit.
Or did you hit the mute button?
I could have. Looks like we lost Nick again, or maybe either that or my thing is not. How do I appear? Am I choppy tonight? The audio or anything?
A little bit.
Okay, because I'm hearing choppiness from you guys
too. Yeah, it's like across the board. I think everything's been not a great connection tonight. I'm surprised I'm even here. I was telling you about the weather we had last night. Chatting last night.
Well, we're glad you're still with us, Rusty. I mean, that would come quite to a shock to me if you weren't.
Yeah. Just be another day, another experience. Yeah, it's kind of funny. It was like last night, everybody was like, "Oh my God, the world's going to come to an end." It's like they shut the state down yesterday about 1 o'clock. My daughter called me. She was getting off of work. Like, what time is it? That storm's supposed to hit about 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock? And I was like, no, it's not supposed to be here till about 7. She was like, what? Yeah, 7. Now, how come they're saying it's supposed to hit us about that time? It's like, because people don't know how to understand a meteorology report. And that's why I can't, because, hey, it helps to have a minor in meteorology.
Chris, Welcome Back Games says that it's cold there. I know he's in BC and British Columbia, and I tell you, I'm not that far from him in the grand scheme of things, and it's cold here right now too. It was like -19 Celsius without the wind chill, and it was pretty windy. In Calgary, it is like probably at least -25, -30 with the wind chill, I'm guessing.
Yeah, we went from 85 degrees Fahrenheit yesterday to about 0 or Celsius, or dropped down to about 35, 32. It got down below 32 last night.
That temperature. Yeah, we call that bollocks temperature and don't talk about it.
Well, that temperature is fantasy for you. That's like what you see in Game of Thrones, but not where you live.
Yeah, winter is coming. Yeah, like, well, I mean, when I was a young warthog, I went to England for their summer, but I couldn't tell the difference between their summer and my winter. That's how good my winters are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just seriously, actually, no, it rained more in England, to be fair. Right. How do I switch that to Fahrenheit? I think it's about 60 at the moment.
Having said that, like
really?
I said, I like my winter. So I actually
See,
I do like it.
Perth is in the northern part of the country,
you can
right?
totally stick your windshield where when the sun don't come. Sorry, mate?
Say Perth is the northern part of the country.
Say again,
right?
Rusty?
You're in the northern part of the
No.
Australia.
Southwest.
Okay.
South. You can hear me. It's the south. Basically, we're the remotest capital city in the world. It takes 3 days to drive to the next capital city, or 2 hours flight time.
Really?
So, in your summers, do you have
And
use a lot
5
of
days by
AC?
train.
Do you guys use a lot of air conditioning in the summer?
The air conditioning or pool or beach, because like we're on the coastline.
Yeah. The big thing for me is I hate sleeping in hot weather. And
Basically, that's what AC's and like living in the bathroom in the bath with cold water running. Or a cold shower.
AC
Just
is a
run the shower all the
necessity.
time. Oh, yeah, AC
we
is a
need AC
necessity
here
or a pool. Or both.
Yeah.
I guess that's a project for you before next summer, Rusty?
It means I have to give up space in my yard for it, which means I can't park cars.
which means less money for miniatures.
Because we have our yes, I make money during. We have the what's called the state fair here.
Mm-hmm.
Our state fair.
I'm aware of the concept of
right
state fairs. I've seen enough American movies. Right? Oh,
yeah.
I understand completely. Back in the day, my parents actually lived across what would be the equivalent of the state fair, so I completely understand the concept of having a car parking space across from the state fair. Yeah. Yep. Totally.
Exactly.
Yeah, that
like
made us a nice bit of money.
Prime real estate.
Yeah.
I can make in 10 days
what
some
fireworks all the time. Yeah. Yep. The Rouse State Fair only goes for like a week or 8 days, I think. But yeah, no, I do like everyone goes, yeah, fireworks. I'm just going, yeah, nah. Because like the state fairgrounds had like speedway as well. And so there was like fireworks then like pretty much went off, and I'm just going, yeah, nah. People excited about fireworks, and I'm just so over it because spending that much time next to the state fairground, they're just not exciting anymore. It's a shame, really.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like earth-shattering kabooms? Well, me now, because I don't like fireworks. Which is definitely a shame.
Earth-shattering kabooms were exciting until I got in the army with the artillery, and then it just kind of like, okay.
Well,
until you can
when
drop
you're doing
8-inch
the
shells
shooting
on
games,
something,
that might be
and it's
slightly
like,
exciting.
yeah.
Yeah, watching the air shooting kabooms might be fun for a while, but like having
Nick,
to like
what are your-
manhandle those 8-inch shells doesn't look fun.
Nick, what are your favorite cultural icons from Australia?
Say
that are
again,
like,
Palmer?
what out of the cultural, like pop cultural, like international pop cultural icons of Australia that like people would identify with Australia? Like, what would you consider to be some of your
Yeah.
favorite that are still like, that they're known around the world, and there's so much other things in Australia that you would like better, like because you know them, but like you still like them, like even though they're really that big, and you still like them.
The wedge more is cringy. Crocodile Dundee. That's totally cool, but I'm pretty sure everybody remembers that sort of knife. This is a knife.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Another, like, I will note that they are from both of them are from the same state called Queensland, and I'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
What else is there?
Well, I got two.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, one of them is Men at Work. Like I love Men at Work. Like I'm a big fan, actually. And they're actually like really liked in Australia too, as I hear. Like they have a pretty big.
Yeah.
Like they were awesome.
They were definitely part of the 80s. Particularly with the Australia to America Cup win, because like apparently the cruise theme song was "I Come From a Land Down Under." So that made it even more popular because sticking it up the Yanks with their stupid America's Cup was great.
I listened.
No offense.
I listened to Business as Usual, like from cover to like the whole album. Like I really like it. But then Muriel's Wedding. Have you ever seen that?
I'm assuming that's a little bit.
Sorry,
haven't actually.
Huh?
Is one of the most iconic. Laughing because that's one of the most iconic Australian films that I've never seen.
Okay.
And like
which one?
It's still day wedding. Like Muriel, like that.
Muriel, you're horrible.
And everybody knows what you're talking about. It's an obsession.
Muriel.
That's Australia. Yeah, that's right. Muriel, you're horrible. That's right.
Yeah.
But like,
what movie is that?
She's got an ABBA obsession. We all have an ABBA obsession. Muriel's Wedding, starring actually the star actually made it quite big in America. Tony.
Yeah. She was in Hereditary. She's in Hereditary too. I thought it was. I probably get it wrong, but I thought it was Toni Collette, but I could be wrong.
Yeah. It is Toni Collette. Thank you. Yeah, no, she put on a lot of weight for Muriel's Wedding.
That's the way she started.
She's a star.
She kind of started towards that time, and then it was like a comedy. But she like.
That was a breakout movie. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she was radically different in Hereditary. Hereditary is like one of my favorite horror films.
I don't do horror films. I'm just a nope for horror films. I'll just nope out there. I'll just nope out of there on my nope dipples going nope. For horror films. Big stompy robot science fiction films I'm all for. Horror films, not so much. That said, I do enjoy the odd alien, as in the Alien franchise. Aliens.
You don't like horror,
or
Rusty?
Predator.
That's not a horror movie. That's
No.
sci-fi.
No, I asked if you don't like horror.
Oh,
I thought you did. Didn't we do a horror? Maybe we didn't do a horror best of. Did we?
Well,
Maybe
all
we
the
didn't.
stuff that we did was related to sci-fi.
Okay.
while I agree, Alien is sci-fi, but it's definitely a horror sci-fi.
Yeah, it was.
Although Aliens was definitely more military sci-fi with a bit of horror.
You're wrong, Rusty. We did a horror
Um,
show. I had
but-
Hereditary on my list. And we talked about The Shining.
Well,
Yeah,
have to
we
look up.
did. Yeah, we talked about The Shining, The Thing.
Yeah.
But I didn't consider those horror movies, really.
Well, The Shining is a horror movie. I mean, it definitely is. I mean, in all honesty, you can always interpret things differently, but The Shining is a horror movie. I mean, you know, like I don't care whether people think it's a good horror movie or not, but like I thought it was very good.
I thought it was just Jack Nicholson going Burko on people. Mind you, I haven't seen it since probably about 1980. So
when you have Danny going on his big wheel and the shots, you know, that Kubrick did, you know, of him going down all the halls, like the empty
here's
halls,
Johnny.
you know, like there, and then running up twins in the hallway. I mean, like that was a horror movie. I mean, and in all honesty,
you can see me better now.
I read the book, and
we had.
To me, the movie is its own entity, like outside of the book.
See, I had The Fog on my list too.
I love The Fog. That was
like
great.
Both versions of it.
Well, the first one with Carpenter, you know, the thing about that is that it is really, when you watch it, you know you're watching a 70s film. I mean, it is so characteristic, you know, kind of that time. The Shining's a little more timeless to me. When you watch it, it's not just embedded in that decade. But that's just my opinion.
Cute little 6-minute building.
How about you, Rusty? What's your Australian? Oh, nice. That looks good. Rusty, what's your Australian sort of pop? What do you think of when you think of Australia that kind of really comes to mind?
Well, Bon Scott is the first thing that pops in my head.
Dead for a while though, mate.
Hey,
no,
just because he's dead doesn't mean he's still not around.
No.
We're just talking about horror movies.
Oh, that's just spooky. Yeah, fair enough.
I was looking on my list. I
Getting
have
back to
my
your
wall.
question. Did we just lose something? You were talking, then you stopped, Rusty.
Oh, you were continuing on. I just was being a kind host.
Australia, but the mining's like well to the east and north. Walkabout Games.
One of our former presidents was a
That's
mining.
like an Aboriginal term for going on walkabout.
One of our former presidents was a mining engineer in Australia.
Which one?
Let's see. He took after. Let's see. We had Coolidge. Then he was the one that was in office when we had the big crash of 28. He was from Iowa. And for the life of me, I can't remember all of a sudden. You'd think I would remember that. I don't like booms anymore than because of Serbs. On the receiving end of brooms, or what else was like? I agree with Palmer on when you talk about men at work. I was like looking at my wall, a collection of cassettes right here. I must be in one of my other cassette cases. I have a whole bunch of. Oh, we just lost him again.
It's been a couple minutes.
There we go.
You're back.
Yeah, no, I've got to be very careful if I bump.
Bump your cable when it goes out. Oh, there it goes again. Lost him. I'm in an impasse here. Gotta let my dry brush dry out. I made a classical error when it comes to with a dark color to do my dry brush before I went with the light color first.
Uh-oh.
And I did a green dry brush. Oh, he dropped out again. I dry brush with my green first before I did my gray, light gray, whitish color for dry brush.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go.
Back, Rusty. Hey, I'm back. All right. Yeah. Getting back to your question, Palmer. Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. That's another great Australian icon that pretty much hit the world.
Yeah.
And the Tassie Devil from Warner Brothers cartoons.
Oh, sure. Is that actually like so? Outside of the fact that it's an Australian. How is that Australian? Is it because of the animals from Australia? But was that created in Australia?
I believe it was. Okay, there is an Australian animal called the Tasmanian Devil. Scary as the F word.
Did Walt Disney or Looney Tunes? Did Looney Tunes get like? Did somebody from Australia?
I'm assuming. I don't know where. To be honest, I'm not sure where
it's close enough.
they got it from. I'll take it. I mean, like I grew up watching Looney Tunes and the Tasmanian Devil going blah, 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 blah. Not that they actually do that. They kind of like hiss growl. And they don't, and they definitely don't stand up on their hind legs and go blah, 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 like that. Totally false representation, but it's what
they don't go into.
It's what I thought of Tasmanian devils until I actually met one.
Yeah, they don't go into a whirlwind in real life. They don't do a tornado.
No, they definitely don't do a tornado. Although we call them what they do willy willies. They're a natural phenomenon without Tasmanian devils.
Yeah, I think Nicole Kidman is a good export.
Or localized tornadoes.
Nicole Kidman was a good export of
she's definitely done well for herself.
Yeah.
Oh, she's actually an American. Like she grew up here, but she was born in Hawaii.
Oh, okay.
Like Mel Gibson. States, but was raised.
That's
here.
another good one. Actually, that's a really good one.
When I was doing film and television school. Well, it's called Road Warrior there, but it's actually called Mad Max in the rest of the world. Just saying.
Okay.
I actually watched. So I studied film and television. The best. Okay, in the Road Warrior, if you like. Do you remember his best friend got killed? And that's when he went on the murderous rampage to avenge the friend, right? That got run over. The other cop, right? He's also a famous Australian actor who didn't actually make it big in the States. Okay. Probably. Anyway, I went to him doing a talk. His name's Steve Bisley, and he's one of the Australia's biggest actors who isn't Mel Gibson or Nicole Kidman, I guess. He's been on TV for like forever, right? Anyway, so I attended his, and he brought the premier acting school in Australia is called AFTRS, Australian Film and Television Radio, I think. Anyway, so he bought some of his sizzle reel from 1970 something, and it was him and Mel Gibson, super young, doing a communist skit, like using all like communist veg and stuff like that, trying to trick each other to. It was absolutely gold, and yeah, but yeah, Mel Gibson's definitely been a good export for us when he's not drunk.
Well, I think that you call it Mad Max. I think you call it Mad Max, but like that's what it's called, I guess. But the Road Warrior, and Mad Max and Thunderdome, like that whole thing is a really good sort of cultural icon of Australia. I think of like just film. If
we were a dystopian, futuristic thing, yeah, sure. We don't actually go around like that usually.
Well, and I wondered that. I kind of wondered whether the S&M apparel wasn't just something that was part of everyday wear, and like I wondered whether your guys' vehicles. I kind of wondered whether your guys' vehicles didn't have the big bars along them and like the grates and the machine guns and stuff, because you never know if you need to kill a Tasmanian devil.
Actually, Palmer. No, okay. So officially, we don't have the machine guns on the cars, right? But we do have rhubars, because kangaroos. They sometimes hop out onto the road when a car's coming, and they will wreck a car. On country roads, when you're doing 55, 60 miles an hour, I can do the translations because I've got a fiance in America. When you're doing 55, 60 miles an hour, a fully grown kangaroo will wreck a car, right? Well, the deer will too. If you're paranoid, you'll have a what's called a rhubar. Or if you're really, really, really paranoid, you'll have a bull bar in front of the car. It's like, but it won't have spikes or anything. But it's like big, massive. Will protect you theoretically from hitting a bull on the road. That's why it's called a bull bar. And the roo one will theoretically protect you from a kangaroo hit. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But yeah, the kangaroos, even cockatoos, like birds, Australian birds, will take out windscreens, which will take out humans on the road. So, like, and I know actually the internet. One of the biggest internet things is like everything in Australia is out to kill you. That's probably another one of my favorites. And while it is technically true, as long as you leave them alone, right, they'll leave you alone. Yeah. And if you don't go into the country, you can't meet them, pretty much. Most of them. There are some spiders and snakes in the what do you call it, suburban areas, but it's not as scary as everybody makes it out. Unless you go to Queensland Beach. That's pretty scary because they've got the box jellyfish, the blue ring octopuses, and the stingrays, like the one that stung Steve Irwin to death.
And great white sharks.
So
great white sharks tend to pretty much do what they want.
Oh well, yes, that is true. But like the and you do lose one or two people a year to although last kind of like had a massive color of them, and so we haven't had very many I think we've had like maybe 2 attacks, but they were both survived this year.
Oh, the bull sharks are even worse.
No. One guy died, so that was 3 attacks that I can think of off the top of my head. Bull sharks are elsewhere. We only, on my coast we only get the big ones.
They're worse
as far as I'm aware.
Number of attacks are worse.
Sorry,
on bull sharks. Number of attacks are worse on bull sharks.
I wouldn't know because I don't. I don't stick my toes into the water, so I don't know.
We're not going to use your sample of being attacked. We won't use your sample as being attacked as the reference. It's I can tell you for sure the bull sharks are actually worse on both number of attacks and fatalities. But yeah,
in Australia or in Canada.
Actually,
because I honestly I don't pay attention to shark attacks because like
Australia is sort of the benchmark, or at least
I'll just smile, nod, and agree with you because I've got no information.
Yeah,
Australia's like
the benchmark.
You keep hearing about yeah, but I think Florida's got a fair few off the top of my head. But again, I don't stick any part of my body in the salt water because my eyes are pretty much allergic to salt water, so I don't.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or is my camera being silly?
It's being
Is
silly.
it coming up all scratchy and? Sorry, it is being silly. All right, I'll try and.
You're being digital. Yeah, bull sharks go into the shin, and okay,
all right, try again.
Actually, United States
turbid waters, basically.
I haven't looked at the statistics in a while.
Find bull sharks.
The United States is really high. It's actually higher than Australia. It used to be. I looked a long time ago at the data, and it was actually Australia was highest when I looked, but actually United States is actually very high in comparison. I mean, well, I should say they're about 10.
If it wasn't for the if it wasn't for the lock and dam system, they'd be all the way up here into Iowa at times. Because they used to be found bull sharks. Used to be.
Yeah, they go in the Mississippi River.
Yeah, because they survive they go into fresh water and then they adapt to fresh water and then eventually will go back out to sea. You hear us? I see the picture, but I don't know if...
I'm just trying to convince my computer to make the camera that I want to show me as opposed to the stuffed up one on my laptop. Hopefully you can hear me.
I can hear you. You're just like a phone commercial.
My laptop camera is broken. Like the lens on it is broken. So that's why I've got a decent camera, a USB camera. But it's very sensitive to bumps, I've noticed.
Yeah, my Logitech camera, I cannot touch the laptop. If I move anything on the laptop, it will shut off the Logitech camera. It's very
Well,
Hey
Joe-
guys, apparently the Musty Wargamers are live at the moment. Did you know that?
Well, one of them is not going to be pretty soon.
we are.
So I'm just looking,
I know
I'm
I
just looking at my
saw
phone
late.
notifications.
I know I came on late, but I've got to go. So I will. I wanted to come in and have a drink with you guys. I apologize I wasn't able to make it. I will be there for the next one, and next time I'll probably try to paint something. And it looks like Nick has dropped off again.
Well, it's after 11. We'll call it quits when he comes back.
All right, Rusty, I gotta bolt.
Alrighty.
But I think I've spent about an hour.
Yeah, you came in at about quarter
Well, it's
after,
good talking
about
to you,
an hour
Palmer.
ago.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's good talking to you,
Nice.
Palmer.
Yeah, nice to see you in person, Nick.
Hey.
And I'll be
And
here. next
maybe
time.
we can talk about maybe we can talk about some next time instead of talking about BattleTech or both. I can talk about both. It's fine
Cool. Catch you guys.
because he
Next
doesn't
time.
like
we
big
even had
sniper
a-
robots and
All right. See you
Lose
guys.
again.
we even had her.
All right, we'll see you later,
And we've
Palmer.
lost Palmer.
See ya.
See ya. All righty. Well, we've been on for a couple hours. Hopefully we'll call it quits here. And as soon as I get done with this little bit of dry brushing on this one.
All right. Well,
here.
I hope you said you were going to.
That was nice having you on
Sure.
the show.
But it was on it. Yeah, I hope I wasn't too embarrassing.
Well, not much different
yeah, it
from
was
some
great
of
to
the
be
times I've been on. Yeah, there've been times when I was just as bad, so it's no big deal. When it comes to, we all recognize that technology is a.
What do you
pain.
mean, just as bad? Oh, yeah, you're talking about technology, not me. Okay, that's all right. Then.
Yeah, the technology, man. There are times when it's just you want to throw the electronic device out the window. You're like, give me a break, come on.
Well, next time I'm on, whenever I'm next on, I now know what I'm doing. And what I'll try and do is make sure that I actually have a proper computer out here next time. Because I do actually have a spare one, and we won't knock the camera so much, which is hard trying to do hobby. What I might have to do is put the laptop on something else, so I don't knock it. Seems like a good idea.
I have my back behind me. I don't know if you can see over my shoulder right there. There's where I normally sit with our shows, is right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we do these live streams like this, a paint chat, I got to dig out my, I guess this is about a 15-year-old laptop. So it's not the best.
You know what the sad thing is? This is actually like 2 years, like just under a year old laptop, and it's still having shits. So if you're getting yours to work, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like I have another laptop that my wife is using. That's even older. So she's up watching right now. She's watching that live. Well, maybe she's not now. Maybe she went to bed. I'm not sure. I heard moving up.
So
there
what was she watching?
a few minutes ago? Oh, let's see. She was watching SWAT on the CBS. SWAT.
The movie? Or is there like a SWAT series
show.
now?
It's a
Right.
SWAT series.
I haven't seen it. Cool.
Yeah, it's been on for like 4 or 5 years now. I'm not too much into cop shows myself, but she likes it.
I'm not.
It's like I watch. She'll watch these things and I start critiquing them. And she's like, quit talking. Like, I'm sorry. It's like they're making. It's like, I want to hear it. I know it's bad. It's wrong. They're doing everything. It's like 90% of the people have no idea what's going on. Like, yeah, okay. So it's just easier for her to watch her shows without me being around.
And lo, the Musty Wargamers live show was born.
Yeah. At least every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I suppose we've been on here for a little over about 2 hours. I was glad to having you on.
2 hours, 5
minutes.
Excellent. Well, anytime you want to invite me back, feel free. Now I know what I'm doing. It'll definitely take, yeah. And now I've remembered where I stashed my camera. It will be good. Because, like, that was the main problem. I was trying to put my phone, hook my phone up to the computer to give it, like, make it, and it just wasn't working. And then I tried to make the phone work by itself, and it said, no, you've got, like, the app won't do what you want it to do. I'm going, I just wanted to make it take pictures and, yeah, just, but we got it working eventually, hilariously.
Yeah. With the, are you using your phone right now, or are you using the camera right now?
No, I'm laptop. The laptop with the USB camera, and then of course the voice and ears through the headset, which is working.
With
except when I bump
phone,
then it doesn't work.
If you want to use your phone, when I sent you that link, all you have to do is there's like 3 dots. You click on, put a dot, and it's like open the
it did work like that far, and then it would Chrome the permissions to stream. The phone went, yeah, no, mate. And I went, well, that sucks. And I went back looking for the camera I couldn't find. And then I remembered where it was in my hobby supplies, right next to where I'm sitting. I went, aha! And then I got on. So,
okay.
It all worked out in the end. But we was trying to work that out on the tablet, because that's got a good camera as well. So that could be my second camera. That can be my second camera. Or work out how to. As your second camera.
Yeah. My phone is Mr. Freeze.
I will try and be more. Yes, I got that from our previous conversation. Yeah. I just need to learn how to integrate my. Actually, one of the reasons why I went out shopping today was to try and get another a USB camera, so I could just stick it into the USB port, make it all easy.
Okay.
Of course, the shop I went to, of the same retail store, like same retail chain, did not have the, like, I only bought the camera from like less than 6 months ago. And so I can buy another one at my local shop, because I was at my friend's house when I bought the camera in the first place, and they did not have one. They did not have any sort of USB camera, let alone the nice one. The nice one it is. So I came home empty. Well, I didn't come home empty-handed. I bought a fair few knickknacks and some hobby supplies and stuff like that, but not what I came for, not what I went to the shops for. So, and of course, I went, yeah, I've got plenty of time. And then the bloody traffic, like, I live on the corner of 2 main roads, and the main road that I was traveling on had a lot of roadworks, which then slowed down the traffic, which made me later than I wanted to be. And yeah, and you know the rest. Then I couldn't find my camera. So, despite my best efforts, it was a bit of a cock up.
Hey,
like I said,
you're
to
here.
you,
That's what matters, right?
Oh yeah. We got there in the end. I'm just explaining that it was a cock up until I got there, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I was right. There was going to be a cock up, but we managed it. I'm losing my voice. So maybe it's time for me to go and get that steak and drink in town, and I'll hoist one for you guys. Actually, what were you drinking?
All
you didn't
right.
actually tell me.
Oh, I was drinking
before we go.
Black Velvet 8-year-old.
Oh no, you waved it in front of the camera. I did remember seeing that.
Yeah, it's Black.
But
Velvet
next
Reserve.
time I'm on, I'll have some alcohol for you. I promise.
All right. Yeah, I usually try to. If we're not talking about Battletech, we don't drink a lot. It's like when Palmer's on, we always seem to have that. Paul Beckus joined us here later, and he's asking where you're from.
I'm from a land down under where the women roar and the men thunder. Yeah. I'm from Australia, mate. I live in West Australia, in a capital city of Perth. I've been here most of my life, and I like it, and I'm staying here. Yeah, I've been involved in Battletech for the last 30 years, and that's why I reached out to Hellcracks or Rusty here. Actually, no, I've got a question. Where does Hellcracks come from? Because I've never heard before I saw your channel.
All right. It's called the Grinding Ice by the Elves. It is the place where the Nodor Elves crossed over from the Undying Lands into Middle Earth. If you know anything about
I should talk
Lord
to my
of the
girlfriend.
Rings.
No, I did. Well, not really. I couldn't get I didn't even get to Bombadil. That's how, like, with my ADHD, it was just too slow for me. However, my fiance. Oh, right. Okay. So I live in Cheward Hill. Okay. So he basically lives about 30 minutes away from me. P. Beckus.
Yeah.
Just up the freeway. I'm just near Hutton Street. Corner of Wanneroo and Morley Drive, near the Macca's there. Sorry, McDonald's, because like my fiance didn't understand what Macca's was, being American and all. But getting back to my fiance is, oh yeah, Mickey D's. Yeah, we call it that sometimes. But while I know nothing about Lord of the Rings, she is an absolute nut job for it. So I shall talk to her about it, and then I'll get back to you. But it sounds really cool with the whole ice and the elves and the whatnot. It's very cool. Oh, but yeah, P. Beckus, if you want to reach out to me on my readout channel, we can have a game. Or discuss, or have a drink and have a game.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Actually, no. The guy I know. Yeah. Well, like you're literally around the corner from me there. When you're working, so reach out to me at humantechnical@gmail.com. And we'll set up a game or a drink or whatever. Although not in Mirrabooka, just not, because I had a friend who worked at he was a what do you call it, duty sergeant there, and the little stories he told me, I'm never going back to Mirrabooka ever again. Just saying. So, yeah, we'll meet up outside of Mirrabooka. It's a lower socioeconomic place with lots of interesting people, shall we say, Rusty. And we'll leave it at that.
Sort of like our east side, our central east side of our city, probably.
I will smile and nod.
Let's just put it that way,
because I've got no idea.
Yeah.
Lots of interesting characters, shall we say? But yeah, if you want to reach out to me on my Human Technical channel, or on Gmail, because it's just all one word @Gmail. Yeah, we'll have a game if you want, or discuss, or if you free Wednesday nights in the new year, you can come down to Perth Miniature Gaming Group, PMGG. Are you on Alpha Strike? Sorry, Perth Battletech and Alpha Strike. That's my Facebook channel, Facebook for arranging games for everybody. If you're not, look that up. Because I've seen you around here. I just haven't seen, well, I may have seen you around elsewhere, but I don't know you off the top of my head. So, yeah, reach out to me or ping me on Perth Miniatures, try again, Perth Battletech and Alpha Strike Group. Because I've just posted all my human technical readout stuff there. So you should be able to figure out who I am from that. But I think we're pretty much done here.
Yep.
Rusty?
Yeah.
Unless P. Beckus wants to say something else. Because I can't, I'm not in the channel. So.
Yeah, it's like.
But yeah, he can always reach out to me.
Also. Yep. Get a hold of you through the channel. Then.
All right, mate. Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Or ping me through the Rusty, the Musty Wargamers group, because I posted the human technical stuff there as well. So.
Oh yeah.
Actually, I pretty much posted it on every
Musty
Battletech
Wargamers
page I can
Facebook
touch
group.
it.
All right, everybody. That's the
you
end of the show. And hopefully, after the New Year's, let's see, today is the 16th, so 2 weeks would be the 20th. Let's see, we're looking at the 30th, so it'll probably be after the New Year's before we have a new show. Be here in Palmer. So we'll hope to see you guys. It's probably about 3 weeks.
He's not working.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. We'll talk to you all later, and we'll see you again. Night, everybody.
Have a good one, guys. Ouch.